RHOC Shannon Beador confirms her fate on show. RHOC star Shannon Beador has confirmed her fate on the show. She started in season 9, having been introduced through Heather Dubrow. A lot has been thrown at her, especially in season 18, so what is next for her, and will she be sticking around? Keep reading for more details. Shannon Beador confirms her fate on RHOC. Since Shannon Beador joined RHOC, she has faced a lot of ups and downs. Her husband, David Beador, had an affair and they tried to work through it. Unfortunately, too much damage had been done, so they filed for divorce. Shannon also struggled in her friendships with Vicky Gunvalson and Tamra Judge, which were constantly hot and cold. Luckily, she found happiness and love all over again with John Jansen and started a new business, but she claimed that she was taking care of him financially. He also appeared to be very controlling, and they split up at the end of season 17. After the reunion, Shannon was involved in a DUI hit and run which led to an arrest. This was an all-time low for the mother of 3, and then she learned that John Jansen was in a new, very public relationship. He started dating RHOC alum Alexis Bellino. At the same time, Shannon's friendship with Tamra Judge crumbled. Yet Tamra became very close to Alexis, who was soon announced as a friend on season 18 of RHOC. She and Shannon came to blows while John sued her for $75,000. Now that this extremely rough season is over, will Shannon come back? She had previously noted that she would not want to be there if Alexis Bellino were to return. According to Us Weekly, Shannon Beador is clarifying her prior statement. She is not going anywhere regardless of who is cast for season 19. Shannon did go back to where everything started, and it was the Vile Files. All about Alexis. Alexis Bellino joined the RHOC season 18 reunion in part 2, which aired on Thursday, November 14th. She and Shannon Beador went at it. Shannon reminded Alexis that she took her job 10 years ago and is still here. Meanwhile, Alexis is just a friend on the show and has no real job to speak of. Now, if Bravo opts to bring her back for another season, Shannon will simply stay away. Keep in mind that no contracts have even gone out for another season, nor has the show even been renewed just yet. So anything can and will happen, but all of the Shannon fans can relax as she confirms she is staying put. The sprawling gates of the quiet Newport Beach community stood as a metaphor for Shannon Beador's journey on the Real Housewives of Orange County. A grand entrance that kept her both shielded and exposed. After a tumultuous season marked by tears, tequila, and tabloid-worthy moments, Shannon finally broke her silence about her future with the show. Fans, castmates, and even her critics waited with bated breath to hear what she had to say. The calm before the storm. It was a crisp November morning when Shannon invited Bravo's cameras into her home for what would be her first official statement about her fate on RHOC. Dressed in a soft white blouse and jeans that hugged her figure just enough to remind everyone she was still fighting fit, Shannon greeted the crew with a mix of nerves and determination. The previous season had not been kind to her, from her public DUI scandal to explosive fights with Gina Kirschenheiter and Heather Dubrow. Shannon had navigated a minefield of personal and professional challenges. The rumor mill churned endlessly. Was she being fired? Was she quitting? Or would Bravo make the unthinkable move of offering her a redemption storyline? "I know why you're here," Shannon said as she arranged a tray of lemon water and neatly sliced cucumbers on the coffee table. "And I'm ready to talk about everything, but first, let me pour you a drink. Mocktails only." The fallout. Shannon's DUI arrest had been splashed across headlines earlier in the year, and the aftermath played out brutally on screen. What viewers didn't see, however, was how deeply it affected her off-camera. "I'm not going to sugarcoat it," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "The last few months have been some of the hardest of my life. I've had to face myself in ways I never thought possible. I've hurt people, and I've had to make amends, not just to them but to myself." The show's reunion taping had been particularly brutal. Andy Cohen, always the maestro of Bravo drama, grilled Shannon about her accountability, or lack thereof, when it came to her drinking and the incident. While Tamra Judge tried to support her, Gina and Emily Simpson weren't as forgiving, and Heather Dubrow, true to form, delivered her critiques with icy precision. But the toughest pill for Shannon to swallow came from her daughters. They were disappointed, she admitted, tears welling in her eyes. And that broke me. More than anything else, I've always wanted to be a role model for them, and in that moment I wasn't. The question lingered. Would Shannon return to RHOC, or would she bow out gracefully? Social media was ablaze with speculation. Some fans rallied behind her, calling for a redemption arc. Others argued it was time for her to step away and focus on her well-being. I've thought long and hard about what's best for me, my family, and my future, Shannon said, her voice steadying. This show has given me so much. A platform, friendships, lessons, but it's also taken a toll. After a lot of soul-searching, I've made a decision. The Bravo crew leaned in, knowing they were capturing a pivotal moment. I'm staying, Shannon declared, but on my terms. A new chapter. Shannon explained that her return wouldn't be business as usual. She had met with Bravo executives and negotiated a scaled-back role for the upcoming season. I need to focus on my recovery and my family, and I can't do that if I'm in the thick of the drama 24/7, she explained. But I also feel like I owe it to myself and the fans to show what growth looks like. Her scaled-back role wouldn't be without its challenges. I'm still Shannon Beador, she said with a laugh. I'm still going to have opinions, and I'm still going to stand up for what I believe in. But I'm also learning to pick my battles, and maybe put down the tequila shot once in a while. Cast reactions. News of Shannon's decision spread quickly among her castmates. Tamra Judge, ever the supportive friend, took to Instagram to post a photo of the two of them with the caption, "Sisters forever, can't wait for what's next." Gina Kirschenheiter, however, was less enthusiastic. "We'll see how long this new Shannon lasts," she quipped during a podcast interview. "I'll believe it when I see it." Heather Dobrow, ever diplomatic, said in a statement, "Shannon's journey is her own, and I wish her the best. We all have room to grow." Fan reactions. Online, the announcement sparked a mix of reactions. Longtime fans praised Shannon for her honesty and bravery. "This is why we love Shannon, she's messy, but she owns it," one commenter wrote. Others were more skeptical. "Bravo should have let her go. The show needs new blood," another chimed in. But one thing was clear. Shannon's return guaranteed that RHOC's next season would be anything but boring. Looking ahead, as the interview wrapped, Shannon took a deep breath and smiled. "This isn't the end of my story, it's just the beginning of a new chapter," she said. "And who knows? Maybe this time, I'll actually learn how to cook a casserole without burning it." The cameras panned out, capturing her sitting confidently in her sunlit living room. A woman who had faced her demons and chosen to move forward, flaws and all. For Shannon Beador, the road ahead might be uncertain, but one thing was for sure. She wasn't ready to give up the spotlight just yet. And with that, the gates of Newport Beach closed once more, holding within them the promise of drama, redemption, and the indefatigable spirit of Shannon Beador.